So you downloaded the material. Have you had a chance to read it?
I was looking at the first one, and kind of I was reading a little bit of it, but no, I haven't got fully able to read everything.
Oh, read that. That way you can get ahead. You know, you can waste 4 or 5 private lessons, or you can read it, go use it at dinner, use it during the week. You're already 4 or 5 lessons ahead.
Okay.
Whatever works. And have you watched the video that was
Yes, I did watch your video yesterday.
awesome? So the strategy is fairly simple. Let me give you the overarching strategy about Spanish Accelerated, the methods I work with. Everything that is explained easily, whenever I can make it easy, simple, straightforward, and fast, I do that. Unfortunately, some things, they're not like that. The good news is the really bad part, the hard stuff, comes in the middle. So we start with several things you can cue off your plate right now, simple, straightforward. Then there's kind of like, I don't know if you do any sailing, but when you sail out from the marina, obviously the marina is calm, then you sail out to sea, might be a bit choppy, a storm. Past that storm, again, it's beautiful and calm. So beginner's part, easy. Middle part, hard as heck. Third part, the past tenses, there are 5 of them. Relatively simple compared to everything you've just been through.
Okay.
And voila, you're done. So tell me about you. Are you a visual learner? Are you analytical? What did you used to do for work?
Yes, I'm a very visual learner. So that's why with Duolingo, I can read Spanish. It's like I can read it, and I can pronounce things properly, but it's speaking it and hearing it. When somebody's talking to me, I have to pick up on keywords, and then I have an idea of what they're asking or talking about. But for the most part, I don't understand what they're saying other than keywords.
Right. You don't understand. How long have you lived in Mexico?
My wife and I moved here October of last year.
9 months. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. The pie can be divided to 3 areas. Reading and writing always going to be the simplest, by far. But the speaking and listening are the 2 hardest ones.
Right.
Speaking is your brain computing really, really quickly all the elements you already know, pulling them out from storage, making a sentence, saying it to keep up. The understanding part is the hardest ball game, and it's also the longest timeline to really get it. That comes about 2 years in. When you live here full-time 2 years and you work diligently on practicing, you speak to people, and not only on your notebooks and paper, like you have to go and speak to people, that's when you get really good at it. Okay? So before you get really good at understanding what people are saying, you must know what you're hearing. You put me in Japan and you give me 0 tools, I'm never gonna figure out Japanese. How am I supposed to understand what those foreign words mean? So you gotta learn what they mean, retain it, practice it. Then when I stick it to you really, really fast, you don't have problem catching up with English, do you? So your brain is capable of doing that activity. It just needs the translation. I'm glad you said you're a visual learner. I am too. That's why I use different color codes and forms, like the circles, for example. Later on, we have a different topic that's triangular. So that kind of helps. Tell me how many words, how much can you speak in Spanish today?
I can get by with pleasantries, and for the most part, ordering food. And and that's pretty much it. We're not
Right.
advanced at all, not even close. So,
Did you like the circles method, the way I presented it and the way I explained it?
well, I didn't get a chance to really go
Oh, you didn't.
into the stuff, but I mean, I know necesito, I know quiero, I know tengo, I know those verbs. But then beyond that of, I want whatever is where we
Okay.
get confused.
That was why I asked you if you want to start next week or this week, because that would have given you time to read, digest, go test it out in the real world.
We can start next week. You just tell me what you want me to do this whole week and we can go next week.
Okay, let's take the next half. We already are here, so let's do this, and I'll just kick
Okay.
you about a little more outside of class. Sounds good?
Okay. Mhm.
All right. So, you know the necesito, quiero, tengo. That's fantastic. Your next job would be to remember the we words. We need, we want, we have to. Because it's you and your wife, so it makes sense to speak in we quite frequently.
Right.
Right? The second, after the I, the second most common one are you. So can you, do you, right? Can you help me? Do you need anything? Do you want another glass of wine? So the you person is really frequent, and then since you're in a couple, it's the we people. So your next job would be to really familiarize yourself with the circles for the you and for the we.
Okay.
Right? One of the methods that really helped my clients, they print it out. You can make a few copies. One of the copies, tape it on your wall. Wherever we sit in lesson, like tape it on the wall so you can really look at it really quickly. That's a really nice, sneaky, like easy going way to like zip it into your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Low effort, high value. And then of course use it. So like literally take your sticky notes, write a few examples, go to the OXXO, go buy something, 3 pesos, that like, yeah, right? The circles are I need, I want, I need, I can, or can I, may I have to, and I have. I have goes with belongings and relationships. I have a wife, I have a house, I have a kid, I have a dog, I have a sailboat, right? I have to work for actions. I have to go, I have to be at, I have to call you back, I have to make reservations, I have to let you know, right? Want, need, straightforward, and can I or may I? Notice how in English, can I help you? That's a question, and I can help you, that's a statement. So you reverse the order of the can, and that becomes either question or statement in English. We don't have that in Spanish. We don't reverse the order of the words. We use our tone of voice. ¿Puedo ayudar, señor?
You're asking me, can I, whatever.
Can I help you?
Okay.
Señor, right? Like any situation in the store. Can I help you, sir? Right?
Right.
Have you noticed the question mark in my tone of voice?
Yes.
Well, awesome. So, and you do notice in real life. Okay, well, then you go to the customer department service at the Walmart and you're like, hey, I need to refund this or that. And the person says, ¿Puedo ayudar? I can help. I can help you with that, right? So in Spanish, we don't switch the order of the words. I claim it makes life easier. You may disagree with me. After living here long enough, you'll accept my logic.
Okay.
Okay. So your first step is to read over the circles and familiarize yourself with them as much as possible. Hang them on the walls of your house, keep a copy on your phone, memorize them, go to sleep, listening to them at night. I want you to pull them instantaneously out of your head because that is going to speed along your conversation and take you so much further. Okay? The second thing you're going to get familiarized with are the verbs. So you have a 5-page PDF. It's a list of the most commonly used words, verbs, every week. Okay, super simple stuff. That's the best ones to start with. Okay, you're gonna use them every single week in your life. The circle method is very simple. You pick a circle, immediately pair it with a verb. Quiero comer.
Comer. I don't know what comer is.
Okay, well, it's on the list of verbs is gonna be your best friend. It's gonna work fantastically to serve you. I want to eat.
Okay, comer.
All right, yeah. You have a wife, right? She speaks Spanish?
No, my wife does not speak Spanish.
Oh, okay. I thought you were. Oh, I was gonna tell you, tell it to your wife today at dinner.
No. So I have, let me look real quick. So the last class I took, I've got all these cards to have, and then on the reverse side.
Yeah, very good.
I made these cards, and that's to read. You can't see them.
Yeah.
So I did this and it's overwhelming. So I think that's where I failed.
Put him in the draw.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It's not bad. It may come really useful a little later in the game. It might have been like an advanced step. May I ask, how long have you had those flashcards?
About 1.5 years.
So if 1.5 years into this method and you're not satisfied with the results, put them in the draw.
Yeah, I stopped using it because the teacher that I had, she overloaded me with too much stuff. And not only am I a visual learner, but I have to know the why.
The why. Perfect. The why.
And she wasn't explaining things like that. She was just, her method was total immersion. And so when she was talking to me, she was speaking Spanish and expecting me to pick it up on. And it didn't work. I got frustrated and I stopped.
I know exactly what you mean. I got frustrated and stopped when I moved to Mexico 17 years ago, and I had the same method applied to me by a similar teacher. Absolutely did not work for me. Could not understand what the heck she was saying. Got frustrated and left. This is why I developed my method, because I had to jump through all those hurdles. So good news. Back to where we were. So the circles, right? The easiest way to say anything in any language is, if you teach me English now, pretend our roles are reversed. You're teaching me English. Where are you from in the States?
Oregon.
Oregon, fantastico. So I moved to Oregon. I need to learn English ASAP. Got very little knowledge. You can tell me, Judith, the easiest way to start speaking this week is by picking 5 words. I want, I need, I have to, may I, can I, and I have, or I don't have, right? And then immediately pair it with an action. I want to go, I need to think about it, I want to call you back, can you call me, can I call you, like, right? So it's not a lot of info, you just make a lot of connections out of that same 5 elements. Kind of like a guitar string. We only have 6, but we can make endless combinations. You can make 255 different combinations with the circles and the verbs. I've counted them.
Okay.
So you don't need to get overwhelmed. You just know that you have a wealth of information at your fingertips, and you can progress as fast or as slow as you want to.
So So are you familiar with wrestling?
What, you mean the entertainment WWF or like the real?
No, the real wrestling, like Olympics.
Uh,
Um,
I know,
so,
I know nothing about it. Like there's a lot of complicated techniques which translate to two heavy dudes locked for 1 minute without moving.
okay, so I wrestled for like 40 years. And where I was successful was there's three different positions in wrestling. There's the standing position, there is the up position, and the down position. And I have always taught, and how I taught or how I coached wrestling is the same principle that you're using. In the standing position, you need to learn 5 moves that you get really good at. In the upper position, you need to learn 5 moves. And in the down position, you need to learn 5 moves. Once you get those perfected, now you need to learn 3 moves that counter each one of those 5. And you progress yourself to become better and better. So the principle you're talking about, I completely understand. So we are like on the same page.
Fantastic. Yeah. And if you had experience coaching and teaching to people, then you understand where I'm coming from, and you feel free to give me directions how to coach you better, because you know what it takes to explain to people.
Okay.
All right. So you got 5 words plus verb that's going to serve you really well. Go test it out this week. You're in the store. Even if you know where everything is, just go to one of the workers and just say, puedes decir, can you say, ¿dónde está el bread?
Where is the bread?
Right? El papel higiénico, toilet paper. Perfect. You're at dinner, so I want you to start practicing new habits because you know how to order already. You've been doing that. Now we're going to give you a new repertoire. You can expand. You're going to tell the waiter, quiero tener, I want to have the fish in red salsa. And mi esposa quiere comer the Caesar salad with shrimp on the side. Right? So you're going to practice those. When you want to get another drink, necesito otra cerveza, por favor. Another one. You have all those little connection words, another one, next time, all those little words, connection words we need, you have those on the slides you couldn't print. So I'm not sure why. I can give you a good recommendation. Transfer the Google, the info from the Google Drive into a memory stick. And then just go to the store, give it the memory stick, and it's like, hey, print this out. Everything is there.
I think it was because it was a PNG file, and because it was that, it had to open a certain application on their computer, and there was no print function that I could see. And of course, she was very busy with like a lot of people, and she was the only one behind the desk. So I'll go back and I'll ask her, hey, I need to print these out. And then she's usually very helpful because I print a lot of stuff with her. So I'll just go back and I'll get it.
Okay. And that was the case for all the slides, everything but the PDF, basically?
Yeah, I got the PDFs printed.
Okay. So you are, again, the first client that tells me that. Everybody else will print, no problem. So if you want to try with her, great. If not, I'm going to sit one evening and switch out the thing to JPEG, and I'll send it to you again. Whatever you want to do, I'm open.
Well, I can actually, what I can do is I can on my computer print these into a PDF file. So I can do that, and then I'll print it as a PDF.
You can print it as a PDF. I don't mind doing the extra work for you. Only I want you to keep it as a ping also, because to download it to your phone.
Okay,
You're gonna have like a Spanish folder, so you can access those things in real time.
okay,
It's gonna be super helpful because you're gonna retain so much information. It's gonna be helpful to get a visual aid.
okay.
Maybe after this lesson, I'll check my calendar. If I have half an hour free, I'll just convert them and email them to you as a JPEG.
Okay.
Right. So in the beginning, you do have a lot of information. I apologize in advance when I overload you. Unfortunately, you do need quite a lot of information to carry on even like a 3-sentence conversation. How many verbs do you know?
When I was taking the class before, I would say I probably knew about 15 verbs, but since I got frustrated and stopped even thinking about it, you know, it would
Right.
just have to be, I would need to kind of look them over again.
Let me share with you another behind the scenes method that works for many of my clients.
Mhm.
Buy a bunch of sticky notes, right? And a Sharpie, like Sharpie,
Mhm.
1 word per note. I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. Do you know how to say open and close?
Alberto and Cerrado.
That is the description word that you constantly see on the sign on the store. That's the description, open and close.
Right.
But the name of the action, the verb, is abrir or cerrar.
Okay.
Okay. Here is the method. Spanish word equals English word, right? That's it. No little things you can't see, just really big things you can see. Put it on your fridge door
Mhm.
or above your sink or next to the light switch, so you see something. Like it gives you
Okay.
the connotation,
Right.
right? You have a list of about 72 verbs that are the most commonly used one in a week of life. Okay? Get to know them. So I'd recommend you read them out loud 2-3 times a week at home. It's gonna take you 3 minutes. So just kind of get used to getting the marbles out of your mouth.
Okay.
And like just say them naturally. Most of them you probably know. You probably do know them and recognize when you hear them in context. But if you think about it, you don't remember how to say it.
Right.
We want to shorten that length of time, that little man in your brain going to the dial cabinet and like picking out the file and goes and tells you what word to say. For that, you're going to read it out loud, have sticky notes around your house, have that PDF on your phone. So it's like it's sitting in the doctor's office or whatever, you can read through it. And of course, say that. Quiero tener reservación para 5 personas para viernes, por favor.
I
How do you
need
make
to get, you said something like, I want to get a reservation.
I want to have a reservation for 5 people on Friday, please, right? Most of the things we need to say in Spanish are simple. Like you streamline a very simple story, like, you know, word by word, and I get a picture.
Mhm.
So the circles are always immediately paired with the verb. That's it. That's what it goes. I need, I want. Sometimes it's going to be food. I need another beer, please. You know how to say food items, and that's what Google is for, but I want to teach you how to make it more complicated. Then you have 2 bonus PDFs. You have 1 bonus PDF that says, it literally says bonus. So you can like put it on the side, don't get overwhelmed, right? Put it on the side. It will make so much sense. All those annoying little connection words that everybody always seems to forget, don't worry about it. You'll forget them. That's just the way it goes. So for that purpose, you're gonna have them on your phone. incorporate them into your sentences. So tell me, what do you have on your to-do list for the next few days where like you need to go to a store or whatever, and how would you interact there?
Usually I don't leave the complex too often because I work from home. So during the day, I'm like really, it's work is bombarding me. I take the dog out to walk 4 times a day, and then we probably go to the store maybe once every 2 weeks.
You must find opportunities to talk more with people in Spanish.
Oh, there's a lot of people here that is bilingual. And so I can talk to them in Spanish and tell them, look, I'm learning, so I need to learn and I need to speak in Spanish and please help me out. And there's a lot of people around here that will do that.
I want you to practice what we learn in class. So if I teach you a sentence, I need to make a reservation for next Friday. Can we have 2 tables for 17 people by the beach? Like something a little more complex. I want you to have somebody to talk with.
Okay.
And like when we use like random people and random topics, you got a lot of random words, which the next day you can't piece together. Like a monkey riding a bike, eating a watermelon. So you want like to practice the structure so you can build on that.
Okay.
Okay. How about, you know how to say the words I am, you are, she is?
So I is yo. But if I like say, I want, I wouldn't say yo quiero, I could say quiero.
Correct. That's correct.
So the his and her and it's and all that, it's confusing to me because I've heard is it Sue?
No, Sue is hers, like belonging, her dog or husband.
Okay. Two is you.
Sue is you.
Yo is I. L is he. Ella is her or she.
She, yeah, she.
She. I know.
Okay. When you log into my Google Drive, you notice that all the slides and the articles are numerical. They run down by numerical order. That's the order of importance.
Okay.
One of the most important things in any language, and you agree, is me moving to the States, firstly knowing to distinguish I, you, he, she, it, we, they. So if you cannot pull those words from your head as fast as you can put cerveza and pero and casa, you're gonna make them your next best friends for the next 6 days until you do.
Okay.
All right? That's the person. I, you, he, she, it. Simple, right? Your next step after that would be using I am, she is, they are, we are. And you have a slide for that too. You have a lot of information in your fingertips, Richard, and you just told me you were overwhelmed from another person, another teacher. I don't know if I want to overwhelm you or not. So start with the 2 PDFs, the circles, read the visuals, get familiar with the words. Next step, read the PDF, how to use the circles. It explains. Thirdly, start with the verb list. Get familiar with those and start pairing circles with verbs to go tell people. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna open the chat. All right, so you said you read and write better. So what am I saying?
You need something. I don't know what that verb is.
All right, I need to think.
To think. Okay.
Okay, how do you say I need time?
I would say necesito. You said time, right? Yeah, I don't know what time is.
Tiempo.
Tiempo. So necesito tiempo.
Yeah. Okay, great. Now how you tell me I need more time.
Necesito más tiempo.
Very good. How do you say, I need to go tomorrow?
Necesito to go, is that ir?
Here.
Necesito ir mañana.
Fantastico. On the list of verbs, I grouped them by context. So to go and to come back are going to be next to each other. To open, to close will be next to each other. Then you got a few grouped up because they're really confusing. Sincere and sincere sound super similar to the action. So you got that. Like, I'll give you the hard stuff right away.
Mhm.
One thing I wanted to say, let me get back my train of thought. It was important and I lost it. So, oh, do you know what is the easiest way to make a negative sentence in Spanish? I can't, I don't want to, I don't have time.
You would put the word no.
Exactly. You start your sentence with a no,
Mhm.
and then it works with this by the same structure. Quiero comer, no quiero comer.
Okay.
Necesito pensar, no necesito pensar.
Right.
Necesito ir mañana, no necesito ir mañana. That is like,
Habla español.
it's fantastic. It's super simple. You just put the word no in front of everything and it just works.
Yeah. Yeah, we figured that one out.
Does your wife speak any Spanish?
No, she took 2 years of Spanish in high school, but that was 42 years ago.
Okay.
So I
Um,
mean, she can pick up. What she's really good at too is reading. And when we're at the store, she reads ingredients because she makes sure we eat healthy. And so she's really understanding what ingredients are in products now because she's really doing that. But speaking it, and it's the same situation as me. We can read, but understanding it, just she'll get it eventually once I start taking these classes. So, and then I'll force her to talk too.
your task for this coming week, Richard, is to read all the information you've just downloaded, take it and run with it. Like, write down a few practice sentences, go tell them to people, right? Put them on the walls of your house or whatever, and actively look for opportunities to talk to people, because your lifestyle is such that, like, you don't interact with people. Like, I got neighbors all over. I've lived here for a long time. I go to the store, I go to my tacos, I go pay my internet bill. Like, I got plenty of opportunities because I live in a small walkable town on the beach, so I just walk. You're gonna a little bit actively go for it. Like, every time you go shopping, you're going to actively look for opportunities. Like, in the OXXO, go buy something, 15 pesos, just to talk to the girl there, like, while you're walking with the dog. So, next topic. Any questions so far, by the way?
Well,
No. Okay. I think I would say this, that, or it.
this, that, or it. Okay, so glad you brought that up. So in your slide, it is es or esto. But also I've heard esta.
Yeah, and what do you make of it?
Okay, so so obviously the masculine and the feminine come in that. So like somebody would ask me something and I would say it's okay, I would be I responded, this is how I respond, and I know it's wrong, is SWN.
Well, in this particular case, esta is the right word. Only you're right. There's masculine, feminine, and plural and singular. So many words in Spanish. Actually, you have 4 versions of that word. And until when you don't know that, you just don't understand the logic. Why one person tells you esta, the other one tells you esto, the third one tells you esta, and you just don't know why. All in a span of one day. How much do you know about male and, feminine, masculine in Spanish?
Well, the obvious is anything that ends in an O is masculine, and anything that ends in, not anything, most of the things end in an A is feminine. But that's not always the case. So, but for the most part, that's the easiest rule of thumb. But then you get some things that end in an A that is masculine and it's not feminine. So
how about plural? Do you know if there's like what's up with the plural? Like tacos, is that male or feminine?
Tacos, so plural is just adding an S to it, and being that taco is ending in an O, I would say that it's masculine, but it's probably feminine. It's probably one of those words that are a trick.
Okay, fantastic. This is a trick. So I'm gonna put
so quiero cuatro tacos.
I'm gonna put an explanation on the screen. There's a note. Hopefully, I would like to ask you to figure out the Skype. You can even call me like randomly just to test out the voice, because when we work on a Zoom, everything that's on the chat is gonna get disappeared. When you're on Skype, it keeps your chat history forever, so you can easily find what we had, and everything I post stays there forever.
Okay, well, I
suggest to try that.
Yeah, I just copied and pasted what you just put in there on a Word document so I don't lose it.
Now let me give you the context. Everything in Spanish, everything, any object, the sun, the wind, your finger, your liver, your hair, your white shampoo, like anything is either feminine or masculine. It's impossible to know which is which because there's just so many words. But it could be plural feminine or plural masculine or plural mixed company. 2 kids and a girl. Like, I don't know how many kids you have, but if you have 2 boys and a girl, that's mixed company. 2 tacos and a quesadilla, that's mixed company. 2 tacos and a beer, cerveza, mixed company. All the description words in Spanish, hot, cold, wet, expensive, tasty, not tasty, all those things, every description word would actually have 4 verbs, 4 words you can choose from: single male, single feminine, multiple males, or mixed company.
But in mixed company, don't you always refer to male?
Right, so lucky for us, mixed company, we always use the male ending, taco. So this little note shows you that the rule of thumb, you're correct about 90% of the time. It ends with a no, taco, it's a male, ends with an A, it's a female, quesadilla, cerveza, casa, esposa. Look at you, you're an esposo, you're a husband, she's an esposa. Okay? I have a slide, a green slide that shows it. Niño, niña, niños, niñas.
Boy, girl, boys, girls.
Awesome. So the same thing goes for it or this or that. Those words in Spanish, all 3 of them in English, you can condense them into only 1 word in Spanish. Only that 1 word will have 4 versions. Male, female, multiple females, multiple males, mixed company. The quesadilla is cold. It was cold. I want to say it was cold. I'm going to have to think that it's a quesadilla and it's a single male, female, so I'm going to choose the single feminine word for it. Okay? It's really hard to remember like 4 options for each thing you learn. first time around. So I recommend pick one word and stick.
Okay.
Now, you're gonna be right half the time, and you're gonna be wrong half the time. 50% is better than 0%, and you're bound to make mistakes anyway, so you might as well start getting ahead. Any questions?
No.
No. Okay. I'm not gonna make a lot of like emphasis in the beginning for male, feminine. You're gonna make so many mistakes. It's fine. Down the line, imagine it's 8 months from now. It's gonna tie beautifully into all the verbs, verb conjugation, description words, all the general vocabulary that you know how to say. Then this is gonna help you understand much quicker what people are saying to you, because you pick up on a lot of male, feminine, like male, female. That's how I call it. And then if you got like I am, she is, that's adding information. And if you got the verb, that means she did the action, that adds into information. And then you got a female description word that adds in. All those things compound. That is what helps you understand when people speak very fast. Okay, so this information compounds over time. Like, don't worry, don't drive yourself nuts trying to remember it just right now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So esto, esta, that's where you're confused. You're gonna get confused. Native speakers don't even think about it. They just throw all those words. Then it further complicates. There are other full versions. Never mind about that now. Okay. Some things in Spanish, you know, people write PhDs on, and you don't really need that level of explanation. I have actually several more videos where I explain things. I explain more topics, but I don't want to overwhelm you with information, so I'm not sure if I should send them to you. What do you think? You can watch a few more video explanations, kind of speed up your process, or you can just take time, digest everything you've downloaded, and see how much of it you got to
I just want to digest. I want to digest. I got time. I don't want to rush everything. So what we have right now is good.
Okay, good. So you work a full day of work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that when you come to lesson, like your brain is fresh, like you're not preoccupied, because I want you to maximize the value of what you're getting. So everything absorbed.
Okay.
That makes sense? Okay. Ask me all your questions.
I don't have any at this point. I just got to read what you gave me and practice this week, and then we'll see what happens next week.
Okay, perfect. Wishing as much practice as you can. That'll put you further ahead next week. Fix your Skype not hearing me issue. Hope that works. And then reach out to me if you have any questions or anything working, not working.
Okay.
I'll see you next week, I guess.
It's Thursday. Is it 3 o'clock my time or 3 o'clock your time?
It doesn't matter. You're an hour ahead of me, so you're like Eastern and I'm like Central. It's fine. You're the third rig that reached out to me, and 2 of them were in Baja. So I ended up putting you on Baja time, which is like, never mind, my bad, I fixed it.
Yeah.
Feel free to call me. You know what? I'm glad that you reached out, but like if for whatever reason I'm not online on the hour, which is what I do, like I'll call you on the dot. If I'm not there, just you call me, like
okay,
reach out or something. But
yeah,
typically if I'm late or whatever, I always text like 1 minute late or something like that.
all right. So 3 o'clock my time is best for me for my schedule.
No problem. If the time we met today was best for the schedule, it's not a problem at all.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
Good. Let me know if you run into any trouble, and I'll see you next week. And practice a lot, please.
Okay. Perfect. All right. See you next week.